welcome back to Jake's RC Stuff, and today, I'm promising this to you right now, we are going to finish the SkySurfer from XUAV. If we have a look at the post-it note, one thing that's on here that I'm actually going to cross off for technical reasons is putting black on the front. We were originally going to put black on the front just to kind of reduce sort of the white balance and glare into the camera. But when you look through the camera, it's such a tiny amount that's actually viewable. And I will try and, I've brought the little portable monitor down, so we'll have a look at trying to get that lined up and looking proper, and you can have a look. But there's that such a small amount in the camera view that, to be honest with you, I'm not going to bother with it. The only other black sort of stick-on vinyl that we have is shiny, it's not matte. So I might get some matte vinyl in, but what was worrying me is actually the gloss black might be more reflective than this foam. So I've scrapped that for now. So we've basically got 4 things left on this list. We've got stickers, which I have got the thing of stickers here, and I've also brought my iPad in so we can get a picture of this plane up and make sure the stickers match about right. We've got propellers, which I'm not sure, on the box it says a 5-inch propeller, but if I get a 6-inch on, I'd like to. I'm also going to, I'll do a Joshua Bardwell and teach you something today of what the difference between a bullnose and regular prop is. We've also got S-bus decoder and wiring. I will have a look at that. There is a bit of me that says just leave it. And timer. Now I'm going to cheat slightly. I have actually already done the timer because I couldn't remember how to do it, and I thought instead of just looking like an idiot on camera for 5 minutes, which I know is what I usually do, I'd actually just do it and show you. So we'll fire that up. Now, again, I am still on whatever the fuck OS this is, not OpenTX, not EdgeTX, but I imagine it's the same. So there, I've got a 50-minute timer. It counts down when I throttle up. It will announce every minute, and it will also do a 10-second countdown at the end. To show you what that looks like, if you go into telemetry, so we've got that layout, you can go down to setup widgets and just select so the lined box is around it and choose what goes there. In terms of actually programming the timer, it's just here. So throttle stick, I believe is what that is, and I've got 15 minutes. Name is motor, persistent is off, minute call, so it'll say 14 minutes. And then countdown is voice for 10 seconds. So yeah, so the timer is actually done. So we're rattling through these relatively quickly. Let's have a look at the prop next, shall we? So I've managed to, let me turn this off. Delved through the box a bit and found the prop adapter. And now the box says it's destined for a 5x5 prop. So what I have with me is a 6x4 prop, and from Dalprop, some 5045 bullnose. And it's red because a lot of the stickers on this plane are red, so they'll match. Now, what's the difference between a bullnose and a 6x4.5, regular? Well, basically, a bullnose, these are slightly different. Some of them are literally straight across. I had some 6045 bullnose, and they are literally straight across at the end, as opposed to having the sort of nice rounded tip you get on a normal propeller. So what does this mean? Well, basically, a 5x4.5 bullnose is a 6x4.5 propeller with the tip cut off. And that's in fact what people used to do before they made dedicated bullnose propellers. They'd get a 6x4, lock the ends off, balance it off, and away they went. So what's really good about this, of course, is back in the days of a 5-inch frame, which I know obviously still exists, but you see what I mean, you could effectively fit a 6x4 propeller without having to extend the arms or anything like that. Now, of course, there are pros and cons. So this has roughly more or less the same thrust as a 6x4 in a 5x4 frame, but because you don't have this lovely, nice aerodynamic end tip here, it is more draggy and thus costs more amp. So yes, you can get the thrust, but it won't be as efficient as having the nice sweeping edge to the back of the propeller. So for a model like this, I really would prefer, if I could have, the nice sweeping edge. I'm not sure if it will fit. Will it fit? Ooh. Like Oh my god, it's the world's longest. Oh, it is so close. It's to the point where... How solid is that mount? That mount is fairly solid. I think it will just fit, actually. So we'll stick with a 6045. What I'll probably do is on the test flight of this, take these with me. Would these fit? Let me make sure that these would actually fit on this prop shaft without too much faffing about. Yeah, it would. But it does look a bit small. So while this 6x4.5 will fit, what it will be is noisy, because every time that prop is... Let me get... Oh shit, don't lose that. Let me pick that up. Let me get the spacers in the back and see what it looks like, because obviously at the minute that hole is too big and it's hard to tell if it's actually lining up or not. It will be strange. I'm fairly sure most of these Bixler type of planes do come with a 6x4 prop, which is what obviously this is based on. Right size? No. Is that the right size? Yes. Okay. And because we could choose either forwards or backwards prop, you always want the writing to be towards the front of the plane. So we'll pop that on there. Actually, let me put the spacer in first. These are knockoff gem fans. How does that look? That looks super duper close. Let's put this on. Right. Allen key or a spanner or something? Never do that with a good Allen key, because you bend it like I've just done. Whoops. Right, so that prop is now 100% on. What is a chance that it's going to hit? I mean, let me... That is how close we are. I think I'm going to leave it and see how we get on. Just have to be careful of it not flexing. But to be fair, that motor mount, it's hard for you to see, but like that motor mount really is not moving. That's the plane moving, not the motor mount. It is a load of plywood. It is a load of... I think that might have even gone in with goop glue to be extra secure. Right, okay, so the prop is on. Half tempted to take that off while we're still testing things, but never mind. Right, so we'll cross off prop. So now we've just got stickers and the S-Bus decoder, but as I say, I wasn't too sure if we'd actually do the S-Bus decoder or not, so let's have a look. Let's have a look at the disaster that's going on in here. I am half tempted to say we'll just leave it and see how we go for now. I always do pre-flight checks. Touch wood, I don't forget. So if anything has pulled loose, we should be all right. So, okay, there's that. So really what we're left with is putting the stickers on. So let me grab the iPad back from back here. Okay, so that gives us a rough idea at least. So that is just some Google images that I've got up so we can at least try and work out where these stickers should be. Dunk. Let me put that there. Right, so where are those stickers now? Have they fallen on the floor? Have they fallen in the floor? Yes, they have. Excellent. Right. So in terms of stickers, sort of big main one goes on the left wing. We'll do the fuselage later because we don't have much to do on that one. Right, okay, so we need to these two bits are for the wing, so we'll get a wing. I'm going to just clear some of this crap out of the way because I don't want anything getting stuck in the stickers. In fact, what I might do ever so quickly is just give it a swap off with a brush. Wow, there's a lot of dust on the table. Very glad I did that. To be fair, the loft hatch for this bit of the building is directly above, so probably when we're getting Christmas decorations out and stuff, loads of dust came down. Right, pop that back. Right, so left wing first. Here we go. So, I'm best trying to get this vinyl out. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to go for it. So, let's see how much of a disaster this is. Not using any soap and water or anything. I've had issues in the past where that takes the glue off the bottom of it. So, let's see how this goes. See. How does that look? Not completely terrible, but not completely great either. Okay, these do seem fairly good stickers in the fact that I seem to be able to sort of take them off and on again. Is it okay? Right, need a knife because it does go over that aileron hinge a little bit. And then we just sort of have SkySurfer sort of on the wing. We have got these sort of classic F1 style almost checker patterns, which seem to go on the wing. I believe this is the one for this wing. Yes. So we'll do that as well, and then we can make sure everything lines up somewhat nicely. Like that. Very good, very nice. And then in the middle of the wing, we can have a SkySurfer. Big letters. Try to be gentle with the aileron connection. Ta-da! That'll be a thumbnail, possibly. Lovely. So effectively that is now that left wing done. So we just need to look at doing something similar to this right wing. On the right wing there is sort of just an ominous gap. I can put the XUAV sticker on there. I'm half tempted to cut the address off, but we'll get there. Let's do this sort of coloured flare at the end of the wing. Where did the black... Okay, so the black sort of points to the aileron hinge. I'm going to get the other one across just to try and get it looking roughly the same. I want to try and rotate it if I can do. Oh no! That was a disaster. Right. Well, on to the checkerboard. Camera still rolling, yes. Probably be quite a lot of fast forwarding through this, never mind. Close enough. That'll do. And then to explain what I was meaning, I'm not against having this extra UV sticker on it, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off the website, because probably the website doesn't work, and also I'm not bothered about advertising the website, you know. I have to say who it's made by, but right. Let's try and pick this up then. Stick that in the middle. Look at that. Just breaks up that big white bit. So I was looking to see, oh, what stickers have I got kicking about? And I'm like, well, I've got some Fat Shark ones, and I'm like, oh, for the first time in quite a long time, this doesn't actually have any Fat Shark stuff on it. So there's not much point putting them on. Obviously, it's not. This looks. No, it isn't. What about to say? Is it? It's what it sort of isn't it? The original ones were had a Fat Shark version. What the ones that I've got? Making sure it's all stuck down everywhere. Right, so I think that is the two wings done, unless there's anything to go on the bottom, but probably not, knowing these. Right, let me get the iPad back on. It's hard to see, considering the front's off of it. Not exactly the highest resolution of pictures. Right, so out of these, I think the bigger ones must be for... Yeah, the bigger ones are for the vertical fin. So, this one's going to be the nice and complicated one, because it's got to go over the top of this video transmitter. Not video transmitter. RC receiver. Let's... Here we go. That's one. Went on fairly well. Now this one was half peeled, so I'm not sure how well this one will stick. And you're not going to be able to see this because I'm going to work sort of near the desk, if not directly on it. Okay. We'll do the next sort of coloured swirls for the top of the tail plate. I'll show you. That's really what it looks like. There's that. Alright. Now we're in a slightly awkward position here because we haven't actually got symmetrical stickers. So if I show you, we've got XUV and SkySurfer here. SkySurfer here that's a different size to that. That is a different size to that. And that is a different size to that and that. And then that is a different size to that. Yeah, that might be it for bits that actually say SkySurfer. I'm trying to see where these sort of colour slashes go, if I can. But there isn't a very close look at the front, to be honest. Let's have a look at that. Does that sort of... Oh no, that's a video. Oops. Andrew Newton? Let me search for Andrew Newton SkySurfer. Right, that's more like it. Let me full screen the video. Right, okay. So the way that he has it is sort of with this section here against the bottom of the plane. So that means that that side is here. And as I say, this sort of section here is down here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the rubber band off. Try and not get this stuck to absolutely everything. Oh God. Oh God. Right. So that doesn't seem right somehow. What about doing it the other way? Does that look more sensible? No, not really. Alright. I may just cut that bit off. How does that look? Slightly terrible, I'll be honest. But what if I then... That does look kind of terrible, but also kind of good. So we'll leave that. So the red bit is sort of, or the edge of the actual sort of tape is in line with the front of the hole. So that's roughly where we're working from. Looks fairly good. So we'll do the same on this side. I think we'll call it there, to be honest, because, as I say, we don't have equal stickers. Which is sort of a waste, really, but never mind. Why is this not right? I don't really know. It mustn't be at the right angle. Okay. By no means the best sticker job I have ever done, but it certainly brightened the model up. Don't know how long they'll stay on for, and of course once it's had the nose crumpled in once or twice, there'll definitely be no stickers left. But Christ, 21 minutes. Yes, this is definitely going to have quite a bit of fast forwarding and editing. I do think I'll leave it there, or do I get cheeky? Do I get a little bit cheeky? And, oops, on the tail, stick a SkySurfer and an XUAV, but opposite or the same as the wing. So at the minute, excuse me, SkySurfer's on the left, XUV is on the right. I'm in the mind to swap it just for the memes, as it was, ladies and gentlemen, the memes. I am going to cut off the web address again. Could have done that a bit more straight, but never mind. No. XUV over on this side. Lovely jabbly. Yes, as I say, I think we will leave it there. I'll definitely leave it there because it's just flown across the room. Right, what I'm going to do now is assemble the final finished model, plug it in, and we'll do a quick systems check. So bear me one moment. Right then, so for the first time, I'll try and sort of zoom out a bit so you can get a full look. It is together, and like bolted together, ready as if we were going to fly it. One thing I have noticed is that the back edge of these stickers seem to like lifting up. So I have got the clear Dulo tape. We'll take the back of it down. It won't look as pretty, but also it will help strengthen the wingtips a little bit. Also, I was going to show you the view on the old portable monitor, but the trouble is because that is mini HDMI in and this is mini HDMI out, you basically need to go from mini to large back to mini again. So it's a pain in the arse, and I can't find the cable to do that with. Another really annoying thing is that in that bag is a power bank, a bracket thing, loads of stuff to get that screen to work at the field. I haven't had a proper look, but yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance. Oh, please don't say this servo was stripped. 1 second. Oh, thank God for that. I thought that servo was stripped on there, but no, I needed to sort of pick it up a bit. It might have had a slight knock. Well, yeah, this is basically like how it would be when we're at the site. We're ready to plug the main battery in for power and everything, and we're ready to plug in the balance lead for FPV. So, what I'm going to do... What are you flashing at? You say I've only got 2 minutes. That's wrong. Wrong, incorrect. Let me just grab this thing. So that I'm just picking up our fan, ready for plugging this in. Pick up this definitely not dodgy cable. That should be on now, so that's ready. We'll turn that on. Going to turn the goggles on. They can be booting up. Radio on next.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Throttle down. Thingy on.
Engine disabled.
Engine disabled. Which one is it, that one? No, the plane's not on that side.
Engines armed. Engine disabled.
Right, okay. So I'm now plugging in the plane. Right, switch D that makes it beep and make audible noises. Right, okie dokie. So, that's that. Next thing we need to do is plug in the video transmitter. Hook all them wires inside. What I will try and do, if I remember, is maybe put the recording in off of the SD card. So I believe I've set it so that it just records automatically, so I don't have to think about it. 14 minutes, that's fine. So you've seen that that works. Right, let me turn on the fan. Also, I'm not sure if I said, I'm recording this with the built-in iPhone mic. The Rode microphones haven't been charged since I bought them, and are desperate for a charge. So, right, okay, so I'll show you the scenes. Canopy's on, I've got the fans sort of blowing up at that. So, let's have a look in the goggles. Apologies that you're not seeing a lot of this, but it's a dynamic situation. That's the technical term. Put it on, and so far we've just got snow, which is strange visual. I've left the lens cap on. Ah, I love the way the picture looks. Yeah, not actually sure how much I can actually show on the video of this. I have got this thing like smushed into my face. It is quite hard smushed into my face, and it has still steamed up, so it must have touched a bit of air or whatever. But you're okay that way. Take a little bit of nose. Let's make sure everything's free. Oops. And what I'm going to do is
engines armed.
Try the motor. So it works. The only problem is it's blowing the wrong way. So, where's that bag of propellers? We need the opposite to that. Let me... Where's that Allen key? Put safety on.
Engine disabled.
Engine disabled. Next one down. Apparently. Trying to suck my shirt into the fan. Sorry that you can't see most of this. It's one of these things where if I didn't have a shared workshop, I'd make sure that the workshop was YouTube sanitary, so there isn't like random address labels anywhere. So this one is 6045, so I need 605R, which is this one, which I think might be wrong and will technically untighten the screw, but we'll see how we go. Right, let's just swap the switch in the prop. We'll do that nice and tight. So now, okay, plenty of waft behind that, and also it hasn't immediately chewed itself to pieces. So that is good news. The video transmitter as well, with not a lot of air to be honest with you, staying cold, so I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I think it's fair to say, other than me putting this little bit of tape on the back of the stickers, I believe our SkySurfer is done. So yeah, thank you very much for joining this build series. It was a bit longer than I expected. Let's give you some look at. So just staring at this. Have a look at. Have a look at this. Have a look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So yeah, it's all ready to go. I'm not sure how the camera being up slightly will cause a problem. It might also be worth me just making sure that is absolutely bang on tight, because it is only a bit of grip holding that together. And what's great is the fact that it's hang on, hang on. Must be an Imperial. What about this one? Push more. Pull out. Well, there we are. As I say, that's it ready to go. It's got a 50-minute timer. It'll probably fly for longer than that, because the 2200 will last longer than that on the old AXN, and it's all sort of similar. Slightly smaller prop. But no, I'll put some tape on the back of the stickers, and then we are all ready to go for a test flight, which will hopefully be ASAP. I need to charge the battery on the day I decide to do it, but yeah, I did no flying in 2024. I do want to make this a change. I want to change that to make sure that we get plenty in this year. So, thank you very much for watching this build series. Next, I guess we'll be on to the VTOL, the T1 Ranger, which will be different. Also, I've been kind of, again, like I said in the New Year's video, I kind of wish I had like a DJI quad, and then I was going to look at the DJI Neo, but even separate to the Neo, I might quite like the idea of a mini quad again, but going long range, possibly modifying the ones I've got now to HD. The motors will be fine, the frame will be fine, so it just needs HD, flight controller and speed controllers. But the actual rest of it will probably be fine. So that might be a thing. Because another thing as well is that my sort of New Year's resolution, if you like, is to try and be a bit better with money, because I've been very, very terrible at it. So yeah, the idea is that, you know, instead of buying new models all the time, not that I do that much now anyway, but you know, try and rejig some of the ones we've got, so it's more useful and more fun for today's equipment and stuff. And apologies again if this fan's doing you heady. Let me unplug it. In fact, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please click the like button. It helps out a lot. Remember to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, anything like that that's nice and constructive, feel free to leave that below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Telemetry lost.
Telemetry lost.